What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to Maps Exposed, the series where I cover all the lines of sight, jumps, and spots that I know of on every map in Advanced Warfare. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the map Instinct. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's start it off between the C and B flag here. This is where the C spawns are in Domination. First line of sight I have for you is very simple that a lot of people don't seem to know about. It's right here. As you can see almost the entire capture area of the C flag. Now, if they are laying down in a divot there, you might not be able to see them, but for the most part, you'll be able to pick off people through there very easily, and they almost never expect you to be here. So that's a great line of sight to defend the C flag from. Now, getting over towards the C flag, we have this giant machine right here. You can actually jump on the tracks of this machine, all four of the legs of this machine. That's pretty much all you can do. Some of them are very useful, like right up here. If you have an enemy that's on that rock right there, that head glitch, you can actually lay down or crouch right here, and you get a nice line of sight on them through that little crack. Otherwise, you can kind of challenge people that are over there, but you are relatively easy to take out in this position, so I wouldn't really say you had the advantage here, but I don't know. Sometimes you might take somebody off guard by being there. Now on this track over here, this is the power position. If you are trying to hold the C and the B flag, which is what you should be trying to hold in Domination, you can come up here with the sniper rifle. You can see a good portion of the capture area of the B flag, and you can pick enemies off as they try to capture that. And if you come over here, you can also see pretty much the entire rooftop of that center temple there. And that's a very, very common place for enemies to be. They'll sit up there with sniper rifles or assault rifles, and they'll just pick off all your teammates as they rush around out in the open. You can pick them off very easily from right here. Now, a situation that I run into quite often is enemies will end up flanking around this way and they'll start capturing the C flag. Now, one option would be to run straight at them like this, which is what they expect, or you might even want to try and flank them like this, which a smart player should normally expect. What I like to do is actually jump right up on top here, and look at that. You come up here, you can shoot them from up high. If they're capturing this flag, they're looking over here. They won't even see you as you appear way up here, because they're looking down here or over here. So you'll take them out every single time as long as nobody else is coming from this direction, because they will see you quite easy up there and just pick you off. Now, if you are flanking over towards the C flag, this can be in any game mode. This actually happens quite a bit in Team Deathmatch. You can use this spot right here to get a nice line of sight into that building, or you can jump right across and you can use this line of sight, which is a whole lot better. So you're very hard to take out of this position, and you can see a pretty good portion of the map. Another line of sight over here that is great for challenging people that will kind of head glitch on the top of those stairs, which is very, very common if they hold the A flag, or if they're just got those A spawns, is right up here. If you jump on top of this, you can actually see through these leaves and over top of this tree, and you can pick them off with a sniper rifle quite easily. So this is an awesome little line of sight. Keep in mind, of course, you are completely exposed to a big, big portion of the map, so you want to make sure you have teammates that have control over this center area as well as the B flag area before trying this line of sight. Now, getting over to the B flag, there isn't really a good capture spot as far as cover goes, but I do have a pretty cool capture spot that you can use to capture this B flag, and not a lot of people expect it. Now, you are going to be moving around a lot, so you will stand out a bit, but normally people won't expect this. So if you stand right here and you just bounce, you'll enter the capture area, leave it for a bit, enter it again, and as you can see, I pick up where I left off as long as I keep bouncing. So you can actually capture the B flag here without standing on the B flag. And you can aim right here because that's where the enemies are going to be coming from most of the time, and you can be ready to shoot back at your enemies. They aren't going to be looking at you, they're going to be first looking at the flag, so a lot of times you can catch them off guard while capturing that B flag. Now, getting on top of this building right here, I see a lot of people trying to challenge enemies by using this as cover right here. And that's not ideal. The best way to challenge them is to actually come up on the corner right here, and you can see them through this area. You can also see a very small portion of the B capture area, so it's not really likely that you'll pick an enemy off if they're capturing the B flag, because they'll usually be laying down behind where this rock is. But you can pick them off as they come through that area after capping the B flag. And I want to thank you. The One Boom actually pointed this one out for me, so I will leave a link to his channel in the description below. But yeah, he definitely pointed this spot out for me. It's a really cool line of sight. Keep in mind you are exposed to a lot of the map though. Alright guys, so if you guys have played this map before, you'll know that it's pretty famous for the A spawn trap. There's spawns back in that A corner there, and there's spawns over here and also back here. and it's very hard to flip out of those spawns because they're so deep in those caves. You basically have to go into the caves to flip those spawns. And right up here is a very powerful position that locks people into those spawns. So I want to show you guys a couple counter spots to this particular line of sight. So the first one is somewhat well known, and it can be somewhat effective sometimes, and that is right up here. If you can get up to this point here, you have great cover to challenge him, but sometimes he's backed off a little bit and he's smart. He'll stay behind that, so he still has a line of sight on that cave and over here. So if he's doing that, a great way to counter him is from right over here. This is almost a cheap spot. I would say it's a cheap spot, but that spot is way too powerful, so it needs a counter. So this is your counter. You can look right through that little grate there, and you can actually shoot through there without losing bullet damage. So you can pick him off through that little crack, no problem, and there is absolutely no way he will see you through that crack. Now another one of the power positions that people will use to lock you into that A spawn, this is actually my favorite power position on this map. I've gotten lots of big streaks by hanging out in this power position. I'll lock down the caves there, then I'll peek out, I'll look towards this way, and it's very, very effective. It's kind of difficult to take somebody out of this spot if they're smart and if they're playing it safe, because they can always back off behind cover like this. So the first line of sight that I have for you is very, very effective. Or actually, I guess I'll show you this one first. This one's pretty good. Gives you a nice line of sight through there. You are fairly visible though, and they can get shots on you quite easily. So the second line of sight is a nice one. This one, you can crouch right here, and look at that. Nice line of sight into that open area. You have great cover, and they won't be looking here, so you have an awesome chance of taking them out of that spot. And finally, this one gets a little bit crazy, but it would work with a sniper rifle, maybe an assault rifle as well. If you come all the way back behind the A flag, jump on top of this, that's that crack right there that you're looking through. You can pick them off right through there, no problem. Now right over here by the B flag is just a nice little piece of cover and line of sight that I don't see enough people using. And I don't know why people aren't using it, because it's very effective. If you've been playing this map and you know the spawns behind this building are the spawns that you want to hold. Usually the team that is controlling those spawns is controlling the game. So if you aren't holding those spawns and you're rushing towards there, enemies will often be coming through this building right here. So right here is a great way to challenge them. You have a nice head glitch over top. You can crouch to take cover very easily. And if they come on top of the roof, just get a little bit closer, and there you go. Again, you have great cover. You can crouch to take cover, and you can use that to challenge them. So I'll often use this spot to first check there and then push up. I can use this, challenge anybody that's coming out of those spawns. Then I can make my push for those spawns and try to flip these spawns out. That's always my goal with this map, is to get to this position right here, because I know I'm blocking these back spawns, and that'll cause the spawns to flip over towards the A flag where we can get them into that spawn trap. Now another spot that's kind of cool, but I don't know really how practical it is if there is somebody that's controlling this spot right here, and you manage to somehow get underneath him here, you can actually see and shoot him through this glass. I didn't even know this was glass at first, but you can see and shoot through that very, very easily. So that would just be kind of a neat kill, a neat way to take him out. Normally you can just jump back here and punch him in the back anyways, but that's just one creative way to take him out. So that's going to wrap it up for today's episode of Maps Exposed. Let me know in the comment section below which one of the maps you'd like to see me cover next. And keep in mind, I'm actually getting through this series quite well now, so make sure, if you haven't already, check out the playlist for Maps Exposed and see if I've already covered a map, because I'm seeing lots of people suggesting maps that I've already covered, so I will leave a link to that in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.